So my perception of mental breakdown, which is really breaking free from old patterns, which is kind of what we're getting a chance to look at while we're alone in shelter in place. But it has to be our willingness to surrender our attachment to all the minds that we possess. We possess a lot of minds. We have a mind about money. We have a mind about toilet paper. We have a mind about my personal freedom and social distancing and what am I going to eat for dinner and where am I going to buy it? Who am I going to order it from? And there's so many minds going on. We don't understand that we've heard it referenced as a monkey in the machine or all sorts of different things, and we laugh about it, but we don't ever take any focus on it. And the Buddha was one of those people that I believe Jesus also was teaching, as you saw in the Gospel of Thomas. I think a lot of his teachings, especially in the Gospel of Thomas, were trying to get his disciples to clean up that mind and make it empty, get it really close to God. Because if we don't surrender those attachments to all the minds we habitually use and commit to, finally, no mind or emptiness with God, because God is actually emptiness. It's the quantum field or space. Then what happens is, if we can do that, we with God then can decree any miracle, because we're all in charge of this universe. We're all creating it, but we're busy with many minds. Just think, if all those minds are going on in your head, and we're creating the universe, how is that creating other forces that are just hitting things out there? That contributes to the chaos. Whatever we are is reflected outside of us. As above, so below. But for that to happen, we must go through the path of the hero. And this is what Bobby was trying to get us to look at last week, because he was trying to understand, how are we addressing this? And which version of that hero's path are we trying to look at that? And until we face our personal habits of how we currently are using our mind while we are sheltered in place, because this is the place where there's really no other interference to actually, when we're busy, we're traveling, we got dates, we got appointment books, but there's a chance that that we're actually letting that override the ability to actually pause and take a look at, what am I doing with my time, with my mind? What am I doing with my ability to be present with the divine? How can I know God or hear God better if I'm busy only listening to the other voices saying, hey, you just rolled over your blanket and you can't get up close to the screen? It's at every moment. There's no getting away from this place, because as soon as we're quiet, we have contact. And we often find that that's only what we do at a retreat. That's only what we do in prayer. That's only what we do in meditation. We have these excuses about how we could be something different. So what we have to do is face those habits of how we use our mind. We have to open to the assistance from all higher teachers, guides, and saints. And we have to be willing to surrender and commit to no mind, which is God, no mind means all mind. And we are committing to God, we're committing to no mind. And then we can really know God, ourselves, and create miracles. We can be in charge of decree. That there's not the personality, because all the minds want to get involved with miracles. It's the mind goes, oh, I wonder if I'm going to get healing. I wonder if this happens. Including after miracle happens, those many minds come on and say, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to tell my doctor? How am I going to tell my friends? Can I write a book about this? There's all sorts of things that happen that aren't just the presence of, thank you, God, for everything. What's next? Thank you, God, for everything. What's next?